Okay, now we have this little program extract from. Now I'm going to ignore this for now, and I'm going to do one more thing, and that is to create a program that scan this program, this website, for example, and extract everything we need, and then check for vulnerabilities. And we are going to do that in this section in vulnerability scanner. So in here, I'm going to create two new files. One of them is going to be scanner. The next one is going to be vulnerability scanner. Okay. What happened? Okay, it is going to be into this scanner file. I'm going to add a lot of files, all the files here. And then in vulnerability scanner, we are going to use this scanner to execute our code. Okay. So first, let's create a class. I'm going to name this class scanner. And here we had something. Let me find that. Not this one. Okay, we need this traveler2.py because right here it is checking for a URL. Okay, and then it is checking, it is searching for all the links, and it is finding it and then printing that to me. So in here I need to use this. Okay, let's copy this, and let me copy this from here up to here. We have two methods here, and let's put that boot method inside this class. And in this class, because it is a class, so it is going to be kind of different. Okay, so in here we need to create a constructor. You know how you define a constructor. Okay, so we use div keyword and then init, and we remove some of this thing from here, and then inside this in here we can give all the arguments that we need. So the first argument that I am going to add is going to be the URL. Okay, let's URL, and here inside this I am going to access this URL and change the name of URL to something else. Let's use this self dot, I'm going to change it to target URL is going to be equal to URL. So whenever someone use target URL, that means they are going to access this URL that is here. The next thing that we need to handle is that inside this extract link, we need to add the self keyword here. Now, because it is inside the class, we need to use self keyword here. And then we have the requests here. That means we need to import request. Okay, import requests. And the next thing, we have RE here, means regex. We need to import RE as well. Okay, we have response, which is equal to request.get and then the URL. Then we are returning here. Everything looks good. So this part is done now. Now it is time to come here inside the Gravel and check for this. We need a lot of things here. One of them is extract link, that is here. As you see, we have the extract link that is it is saying that it is not defined, because before it was defined, because we were out of the class, we were not using class and constructor, but now that we are using it, we need to use something else here. That is self, okay? Self.extract link. And also here inside these travel method, we need to add the self as well, okay? Now that is solved, but as you see, we have URL join here. That is library that we need to use it, okay? And that is here. We need to import that from here, just like this. I will copy this and use it up here because it is very easy to copy and paste something. So now it is also solved, and we have the target link here. Let's see what I have done about this. You see we have the target link here, and you see that I defined the target link right here, and you see it is an empty list, and I need to handle that the same thing here inside the constructor. And in the constructor, I need to define that. So self dot target underscore, we have the URL. This time it is going to be link. It is equal to an empty string, an empty list. Target link. Okay. Now we have that as well. And as you see right now, it is giving me the kind of error here, you see. And to solve this, to use that, you need to use self keyword as well here, and also the same thing here, self dot target link happened, okay? And also when you call this method here, inside here, you need to use the self keyword, the same thing here, okay? So now it is almost complete, but we need to complete the vulnerability scanner here. We need to call this scanner inside this file, and we need to use it, okay? Okay, we have the URL here, we have the target link here, target URL and target link. We have two things here, okay? And in here, I need to first import the file, okay? So let's use import scanner. And the next thing that we need is the target URL. So this target URL is equal to the URL that we want. And the next thing that I want is to create an object from this scanner. I'm going to name it Waln scanner. It is equal to scanner dot, let's see, we have the class here, you see, okay, the S must be capital. Let's see if it is capital or not. Of course it is capital. And now that we are going to create its object, and in here into the constructor, you see we have only one argument, and that is URL or target URL, okay? So we need to provide it here. I am going to name it target URL, or give the target URL that is here. The next thing is that we need to call the function or the method that is called Crabble, okay? And that is going to be in here. So we have its object that is called Waln scanner dot travel, and it is going to get the URL, and right now it is going to be the target URL, okay? Now I'm going to save this, and let's give a URL to this, and it is going to be this one. So I use Control C here and use Control V in here, Motel Day, okay? Let's save it, and also let's come here, use Control S to save that as well. In here, let's use clear and Python. We have vulnerability scanner.py and then hit enter. As you see, it is working perfectly and it is scanning for all the links and whatever we need. Okay, and finally we get all the links that we need, and it is working perfectly. So let's go and improve this in the next lecture.